So, good morning students. So, I am your Soni sir. Today I am teaching you science chapter number 2nd. In science chapter number 2nd, we have to start here the components of the food. Earlier I have explained the components of foods which are, I have told you about the vitamins, minerals, proteins, fats and all kind of proteins I have discussed with you. And now this is the second part of the chapter number 2nd, then how we detect that presence of the fats, the presence of the proteins and the presence of the carbohydrate in your food samples. So students, today I have brought here all the equipments. So I am ready with all the equipments. You can see here, these are the flask, this is the wash bottle, this is the iodine solution, this is dilute iodine solution, here I have copper sulfate and here I am having sodium hydroxide. All these we are required to detect the presence of fats, proteins and these your fats, protein and carbohydrates. So students, today this whole chapter will be explained through the practical. So today everything we have to do practically only. See students, I have started with the components of the food and earlier we have completed components of the food theoretical portion of the chapter. So today we are starting for the detection of carbohydrates. So students, you have to be prepared with your detective cap. So I hope that all you are ready. So just we start our experiment. So first we will start the detection of carbohydrate. So the students, you know that rice, sugar and potato, all these are the major source of carbohydrate. So students, I have brought a potato piece. So this is the potato piece and here this is your knife. I have to cut this potato piece in two halves. So just see, I have cut with a knife in two equally halves. So this is the two parts that is cut from one piece of potato. Correct students? Now, here it is given that food sample. So what is our food sample students? This piece of banana. This is the freshly cut piece of banana I have cut in front of you with the help of knife in two equal halves. So students, here written that food sample plus dilute iodine solution. So where is the dilute iodine solution students? This bottle. In this bottle we have got iodine solution. We have to put 2 or 3 drop only students. How many drops we have to put? We have to put only 2 drops. Here actually this iodine solution we have to take with the help of a dropper. So dropper I am missing students. So no problem. So I put here drop 2 or 3 drop on this surface of the potato. So this I'll put here 2-3 drop and I'll wait for the result. So result will be appear very soon. You can see also. So students, when I cut the potato piece, that time it was fresh. And now just you see the surface, this has become which color students? Blue black color. Can you see this color? So this is the blue black color. It shows that in potato what is present students? Carbohydrate. So this is the short test of the presence of carbohydrate in potato. So this was the first experiment. I think that you have liked it. So students, in the potato, how will you detect the presence of carbohydrate? So here the first experiment I have told that first of all we have to cut a potato in 2 equal halves. After that we have to put 2 or 3 drop of iodine solution And after that, just you see what kind of surface is there. You will find that both the surface, here on the both of the potato piece, we have got blue black color. So this indicates, it shows, it proves that in potato carbohydrate is there. So this shows the presence of the carbohydrate, students. And now our second content topic is this detection of fats. Sorry, fats. I have told you earlier that all kind of vegetable oils, ghee, butter, they contain fats. A lot of amount of fats is present. Correct, students? So, how will you detect? How can you detect the presence of fats? I have told students that first of all, you have to take the food sample. Here food sample, I have brought vegetable. So students, you can see this is the vegetable. Okay, this vegetable I have taken on a piece of paper and I have rubbed it at the center of this, and remaining piece of the vegetable I am putting anywhere. Just see. So here this piece I am putting here, and now just you see what kind of surface is there. Just see, students, this piece of paper, if you see in front of the source of light like this, you can see a transparent patches. एक बिल्कुल पारदर्शी सा एक पैच बन गया है, एक धब्बा सा बन गया है, एक ग्रीजी ग्रीजी, इट इज ग्रीजी, एक बिल्कुल चिकना है. यू कैन सी थ्रू आउट इट बट नॉट कंप्लीटली. ओके, सो दिस इज द ट्रांसपेरेंट पैच. So the formation of transparent patch by the food stuff, it shows the presence of fats. It indicates the presence of fats. So it was a very simple process to detect the presence of fat in the food sample. So students, once again I am repeating, whatever the food material, whatever the food item that you want to test, whether the given food sample contains fats or not. For that, what we have to take, you can take a white paper, you can take a brown paper. On that, whatever the sample that you want to take test, so for testing purpose, you have to put little bit amount of that food staple at the center. After that, you have to rub gently, and after that, that paper you have to keep in front of the source of the light. That source of the light may be sunlight, may be sun, may be battery, may be your torch, sorry, any other, it may be candle also. You will find that a transparent patch is formed at the center of the paper. So this formation of a transparent patch proves that the food material, the food sample, the food stuff contains what? Fats. So it was the detection of fat, students. I hope that both the experiment you have understood nicely. So firstly I told about the presence of carbohydrates, and second I have told the presence of fats in the given food stuff, in the food material. And now next is the detection of protein. So today is the last experiment of the detection of proteins. I have taught, I explained that your soybean, groundnut and the green leafy vegetables, your meat, fish and milk, they are the rich source of protein. So students, here I have brought a little amount of milk. So you know that milk also contains proteins. So we have to confirm, we have to test that in the milk the presence of protein is there or not. So here I have got some amount of milk I have taken in a test tube. So you can see in this test tube only milk contains. Okay students, once wait, and now I have to take a mixture of two things. First, foodstuffs, here foodstuffs are milk, and after that mix of NaOH. What is this NaOH? NaOH means sodium hydroxide. Students, what is NaOH? Sodium hydroxide. Okay, here I written AQ, means aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. After that I have written copper sulfate. This is CuSO4. In bracket I have written AQ, aqueous solution of copper sulfate. It means here I have got the mixture of solution of sodium hydroxide along with the solution of copper sulfate. So here these two things I will show you. So students, here I have got sodium hydroxide. In this bottle I have sodium hydroxide. This is the aqueous solution. This is in liquid form, students. So this is the sodium hydroxide. This is the aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide. And second, I need copper sulfate. So here you just see, this is the copper sulfate. In this container, I have got copper sulfate. Actually, this copper sulfate in solid form, students. So how it is? How does look it? It look like this, students. You just see that what kind of color just you. These are the blue crystals. These are the crystals. This is in crystal form, and it is the solid form. So first of all, I will prepare the aqueous solution of this copper sulfate, students. For that, I need another test tube. So I am having this test tube, and I will put this little bit amount of your copper sulfate. What I have taken, students? Copper sulfate. So this is the copper sulfate I have taken in this test tube, and now I have to add a little bit amount of water. So students, I have taken a little bit amount of water, I have added some amount of water, and now I have to mix it thoroughly. So just students, just see, now this whole crystal sulfate has got dissolved in water, and now you can see this is the transparent solutions. Just you can shake it properly, and now your transparent solution is prepared. So this is the aqueous solution of copper sulfate, students, and this is the sodium hydroxide. Okay, students, I have written two things: sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate solution. So this is copper sulfate solution. Here this is sodium hydroxide solution. Now I have to take in the mixture form for 50-50%. 50-50% means half. I am taking in another test tube. So this is another test tube, students. So I will put a little bit amount of this freshly prepared copper sulfate solution. So this is your copper sulfate solution I have taken, and now this sodium hydroxide I will add in this. Just you see, wait. So students, I will add 50%. This is what? This is the sodium hydroxide solution. Correct, students? So now this is the mixture of sodium hydroxide solution and your copper sulfate. Correct? Here reaction has taken place here, and now this mixture of sodium hydroxide solution and copper sulfate solution I have to add with the food stuff. Sample. What is the sample? Sample is the milk that we are going to test it. We are going to detect it. So just I will mix this mixture of sodium hydroxide and copper sulfates. A little bit amount I am going to put in this, and just see that now you can see slowly I am adding this amount of freshly prepared copper sulfate solution and this sodium hydroxide solution in the milk, and now just wait. here violet color. Violet color means bangani color. Okay, so you can add some more amount of this sodium hydroxide and with here. So little bit color has come. Color should be violet only. So it shows the presence of protein, students. You can take soybean also. You can take some pieces of soybean, you crush it, and after that you can add this solution, this mixture of sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate, you will get violet color. So it was the test for the detection of proteins. So in your syllabus, the detection of fats and detection of carbohydrates and detection of proteins. And now one more experiment we will do, students. So say here I am taking some amount of atta. You know atta, that flour, it contains what? Carbohydrates. So here once more test I am going to show about the detection of carbohydrate. So see here I am taking a little bit amount of atta in a test tube. This I have put in the test tube and I have to add little bit amount of water, students. So now this atta has got mixed in the water, students, correct? So this is the water plus water I have added in flour, atta, this is the wheat atta, and in this I am going to add 2-3 amount of iodine solution, students. 2-3 amount of iodine solution is enough, and you just see what kind of color is there. Just see, students, here you can see this is the blue black color. So this blue black color, it indicates, it proves the presence of what? Carbohydrate in your foodstuffs. So students, I think that you have understood whatever the activity I have told you. So today this is enough for you. In next class we will be continue, and in next class, students, we will be I will tell about the deficiency disease, correct? So today this much. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.